Yo guys, Beast, back with some more beastly content, back with another One Man Hive video. So this first of all is a tip just for everyone for the controllers update. So first of all, alongside the controllers update, they are updating the mods, basically meaning they are increasing the overall probability of obtaining high level mods. So what this means is any mod boxes that you hold on to, if you hold on to them when you open them after the 27th, they will actually have a higher chance of being high level mods. So they might get better percents and things like that, so you probably want to go ahead and get stacked up on your mods. And being that controllers are being removed on the 27th, you want to get yourself wish boxes. Now, if you're using alts like me, an easy way of transferring these between characters and not having to worry about dropping them and losing them is actually to set up a vending setup like I have going on here. This is my sort of alt hives shop going on here, so I have a vendor for every single account. I can list whatever for sale that I want to be able to get on any other account at any time for a set amount of money. I set it for like a decent amount of EL just so that those accounts do get money passively made just for listing this stuff. And it keeps like all my money kind of balanced and laundry through here. It's kind of like a money laundering system for the alts, but at the same time, it's also, you know, just how I can handle this super duper easy. You don't have to go log into another account just to go get a deviation or anything like that. I can just list it in the vending machine and then whenever I choose, actually go and purchase it. So as you can see here, we are actually out of controllers on my main now. I went through over 400 on the mod boxes. They posted on the 21st that little expert I showed, or little part I showed where they were like talking about mods being upgraded on the percents and things like that. So they said that on the 21st. I didn't know about that. I've been upgrading mods, doing mod conversions, you know, trying to get 2 perk everything on the elemental, which I'm 1 off. I have the pants left, and it is absolutely amazing. But as you can see here, we are loaded up onto one of the other alts now. It now has all of its wish boxes placed down. We've got some controllers going on in it, and we're about to go ahead and collect from this. Now, this is my first alt, and I actually don't have that many controllers on this account because it's the first alt. It's already been through a couple seasons, and it didn't have like the initial starter controllers. But for a fresh account, you can get 120 controllers super easy, and 120 controllers turns into 120 mod boxes of either armor or weapon mod boxes. And the thing about these mod boxes, you need to realize, these are pro silo mods here, guys. Okay, so that's the other thing to know about like the nightmare mode. Is that gonna mean there's gonna be nightmare mode mods coming? Oh my god, this game's about to get crazy, guy. 200k DPS, here we come. But as you can see here, we're done with the wish boxes on this account. We have one we're gonna keep because I do believe I can get like, you know, probably 50 more controllers on this account. So whenever I'm on it, I'll have, you know, a couple visits to the wish box, should be good to go, set up and ready. We're just gonna go ahead and list up 3 more of these wish boxes now, so that we can actually go to the next alt and go ahead and hop on, pick up 3 wish boxes, place them down, and 30 controllers at a time. We're going to be getting 30 mod boxes every hour pretty much. I think it's either every hour or it's like twice an hour at the 30-minute mark and the 1 hour point. I think it's every hour, but you can like time it out where you're like just before the start of an hour and then on to the next hour. That's how I did it here. We actually got all these wish boxes purchased, we got our mods placed inside of it, and then boom, it was ready to harvest. We harvested it, and then we had to wait for the entire top of the next hour. So it basically just means at the very beginning of every hour, these boxes will automatically pop out controllers. So even if you put it in at 7:58 or something like that, you're going to get it at 8 no matter what. Super duper easy. And as you can see here, this alt is now just going to go ahead and go through and place down these wish boxes. Now, when I was first testing this out, I was hoping anybody could interact with the wish boxes, and you can open the securement silo, but you're not actually able to harvest from it or interact with the wish boxes on any other account besides the one that it is owned on. And if you put the mods in and you have chest on a wish box and you give it to another character, it will not retain the wish, or it will not return the mod boxes or anything like that. So you can't transfer your mod boxes to someone else or give your controllers to another account. You can only use what controllers that account has. So it's only going to apply mods to that account. Still works out pretty good if you ask me. This is a super duper easy way of getting rid of all the controllers before the 27th update. Like I said, on the 27th, controllers are obsolete. You will not need them for silos anymore. you'll still be able to use them to open the other types of weapon and mod boxes that use controllers to be opened. I'm thinking Lunar Oracle will no longer need controllers at all. Controllers are just gone. It's just going to be whispers, and you have your rewards now from Lunar Oracle. That's going to be super nice. I might get back into the chest farming, especially if they finally update our Lunar mods drops. We need more Lunar mods. We need the last few slots to be all Lunar, especially with Nightmare coming up. I think 1 HP is going to be the only thing that can handle Nightmare, honestly. Maxed out 1 HP. I can't wait to show you guys. It's going to be great. What we're going to do here now, though, is go ahead and harvest these. I'm going to let this time lapse and see you in a couple minutes. Alrighty, and with the harvest done, we're just going to go ahead and make our way back to the main portion of the One Man Hive base here. Check out the new camping area. I do want to give a little bit more of a tour of that. It's mainly a decoration area, but it's also, you know, another exit for the trucks. But as you can see here, we're almost back to the disassembly bench, and well, bam, here we go. So 1.4k rubber from that harvest, 160 special parts, 1.6k adhesive, 8,000 metal scraps. I think there was still like 30 more electronic parts there on top of. We didn't get bad on electronic parts, I will say. As you can see, 55 electronic parts from 7 of the H37s. So I do need to farm up more H37s. That's something we're going to do. But with the 27th update coming super soon, and the fact that all of our bases are going to be picked up and have to be replaced, and I'm so afraid someone's gonna find my spot and like it and then place it right in the middle of my base. We're moving on the 27th, so that means it's almost time for me to start packing this base into a box. So this will be the last video you see of this design for the One Man Hive base. The next one is gonna be a complete rebuild, and we didn't even really finish this one yet. It is pretty close, so there is a lot going on here. I do have so many materials. The whole base looks pretty great. I get like this Borderlands vibe from the shop area, and I like how everything is set up from the shops, you know, where I can just go pick everything up and everything else. But unfortunately, on the 27th, the move is gonna have to happen because yeah. So I don't know when we're going to be making it a 16-man hive, but when we do that, I do believe that's going to be one final move. Now, when we do the 16-man, I'm thinking about waiting till winter and just running a full Manibus 1, getting a completed Manibus 1 done, really having the hive complete, getting the run through there, and just run through making the EL. Right now I've been kind of all over the place on getting everything done. I've been leveling up the alts, I've been working on the base. Most of my alts are level 50 now, most of them. So that's the other thing. And another reason why I set up this vending machine, I like to charge the EL for it, is actually just because when I do that, I'm actually able to complete seasonal goals and get, you know, more of asterism and stuff like that, so I can get Star Crom on all of these alts, because all of these alts are going to be able to have different builds built. That's why I'm also stacking the mod crates and holding on to them until after the mod update, because on the mod update, you know. So here's our second storage area. You've seen me run through my first little run there. I have like a little loot run I do. It's like a reverse loot run where I put all my stuff away. And it's an absolutely great way of running your storage. It's how most people do it. You just name all the chests and you kind of just categorize everything until you have everything put away. And it works very, very well. I really like the whole setup of it. And then as you see there, I have this secondary storage where it's like stuff I already have a 64 chest of, like metal scraps now. We have 7,000 in the secondary chest, which is crazy. But what we're doing here now is actually just going to go ahead and get our crops placed down. Now we're going to do one last large grow of breeding boost materials in, I think what we're doing is yield boost here. So this should give us a ton of breeding boost fertilizer. I'm thinking we're in a need of doing shellfish soon. I didn't grow any hawthorn berries or anything like that. I really need to grow like a spoiled food crop. Maybe even set up like a silo just for spoiled food crops. Because spoiled food crops can get rid of the shellfish farm easy. You shouldn't have to do the shellfish farm. Like, I have too many seeds for all sorts of different things to be doing shellfish farms anymore. I could just be letting food spoil and have spoiled food to be making my fertilizer. But we're gonna go hit the shellfish anyway. As you can see here though, we're just going through replacing down stuff like saffron, honeysuckle, you know, all of the different crops that are actually able to be used for breeding boost, and we're running them in yield boost so we'll get the most number of plants back since we have hundreds of every seed. Anyway, or you know, at least up to 60 on some of these. Some of these are kind of low. We do still need to do more breeding boost, but that's kind of like why we're running the breeding boost with yield boost to begin with, because all these that are ran with yield boost should be able to make more breeding boost fertilizers so that we can breed boost all of these seeds once again and get them boosted up even more. Right now we're working on contaminated seeds. That's actually where all of our breeding boost is going to go. We did actually end up finding some breeding boost up in this next little silo area up here. These two grow rooms up here actually both had like a couple hundred breeding boost each, 156 in this guy and then like 250 in the next one, which was a great hookup because this allowed us to actually get our contaminated seeds up. We have about 700, 500, and like 400 or something like that on the contaminated seeds, which is okay because we have 8 different player plots right now, so 8 times 200, you know, 1,600 is how many seeds we're gonna need to be able to grow every single player plot worth of the berries, because I do have a brewing barrel setup going on in the shop area as well, and the brewing barrel setup needs a whole bunch of contaminated plants because I do want to do like a full acid production run soon. Also, since we're probably moving soon, I'm not going to do it yet, but I need to get a mining facility set up for sulfur, because we just don't have enough sulfur being brought in for the sulfur chemist perks, especially on multiple accounts now. I have like 2 or 3 different accounts now that have gotten the sulfur chemist perks, so that's where most of my acid comes from anyway. But I did want to do a full harvest of the contaminated crops for y'all and get to show you that. So we're gonna plan all of this, and then I think in the next video it's actually going to be the moving video where we're just gonna be doing nothing but packing. I'm just gonna show you how you're gonna pack all this up, because you're gonna want to pack no matter what. If you have 1 alt, 3, 4 alts, you might want to go ahead and pack and just plan out on moving on permanent server day when the servers are actually all going to merge and we're going to find out what's going on with the worlds. You're probably going to want to go ahead and check out other worlds on the permanent server to look for a spot to move to, because otherwise you may not be able to find a spot for your One Man Hive to begin with. So we're going to go ahead and pack all our stuff away. Also, you can lose deviations and things like that, and materials of the things that, you know, what built your base. All sorts of stuff you can lose if you don't just go ahead and pack your stuff up and move on permanent server day. You don't have to if you have a small base, but if you're like me, you might want to. But I do believe this is about the end of the video. I will see you in the next one. Go ahead and leave a like on it if you did enjoy it, and keep it beast mode.